I get excited literally every day because every day I'm walking onto this new amazing set. Our production designer Sophie is doing a phenomenal job in creating these worlds.
The first thing that strikes you about Halo when you really start to watch it and engage in it and understand is the enormous, enormous scale of Halo.
The ships are big, the buildings are big, the Spartans are big, and our goal was not just to sort of make everything look cool, but make it look real and feel lived in.
And that was kind of really challenging, you know, from a production point of view and a sort of design point of view, but also in a kind of sort of storytelling point of view, because you want to show the huge, huge scale of this world, but at the same time, it's actually a very intimate story.
Is, you know, we have 9 stages. You really get a sense of how large in scope this is, just in terms of manpower, what it takes to create it, but also the vision that is there, you know, in terms of this being an intergalactic, futuristic experience. You know, the production design is really taking you there.
It feels like you're actually on Reach, or you're on a Condor, or on these other planets that will take you to throughout the season.
Design process has been working alongside with 343 very strongly in collaboration with them, because obviously I have to base the thing on the game, and there is already a world out there. So I am creating worlds, but they're based on canon, as we say. So if we move to Fleet Common Reach, this is the center of our universe in a way. Reach and Earth are the main planets within canon. So this is the center of the military operation. It's the UNSC, it's all the sort of military base. So I've started off with the idea of creating Reach and FleetCom almost like the Pentagon. This is the main center of FleetCom, and this is where you see the huge set, which is, you know, the operations room, Halsey's lab. All of that is set within a big tower in the middle of the complex. So this is a very, very protected area on the planet. This is all Reach, and this is the FleetCom military base. I work very much with, I'll do an initial sketch, and then I'll work with a concept artist, and we'll create models, especially in this sort of thing where you're passing a lot on to visual effects. We come up with the initial models, and then visual effects enlarges on them. I've had to work very closely on this one in particular with Take 5 and post-production, because a lot of stuff has to be realized by them, even though I've conceived it myself. So here we see the conceit for the big military base is 25 kilometers wide. Everything in Halo is huge. I'm sure everyone's been saying to you, it's just ridiculous, the scale of stuff. The thing about Halo is it's sci-fi, but it's very low-tech sci-fi. So you can't go super sort of, I mean, apart from the holograms, everything's quite rooted in kind of military stuff now. So you can't go too techie and sci-fi.
Every department, wardrobe, props, locations, sets, art direction, it's all in conjunction with the team at 343 and sort of trying to figure out how to build this world out so that it feels real beyond the frame of what you're looking at on TV. That you really feel like you're in those environments and that this is the way people actually live in 26th century Reach.
Reach is obviously the highest fashion level of the society at the time. So we're currently building, thinking of what's the future. It's very difficult to understand what would that be. So we decided to go into like almost retro, futuristic, let's say. So I thought in the 60s, or inspiring some of the 60s, a very simple line, which could be, we'll see if the challenge works, it could be very interesting for the Reach style.
We don't want just people to say, oh, isn't this a cool science fiction show? We want them to sort of forget the science fiction and then focus on the story. And to do that, you have to make it look real. So designing it, the designers and the builders have created the most spectacular sets, and we found the most amazing locations and tweaked them to make them look like you're really in the world.